Good morning, good morning. It's February 25th, about 5:30 in the morning. Let's get into some stocks, some pre-market action this morning. So the Wall Street best plays are going crazy after hours yesterday. They're moving pre-market today. I think everybody's eyes are going to be on it, so we'll jump straight into them. We'll start with Gamestop. So just side note real quick, I'm not going to go into any charts on it, but the futures are down a little bit this morning. I don't think that's terribly surprising or anything like that. But so look what GameStop here. So on the right here, these blue bars. This is a study you can add in on Thinkorswim. Everybody has access to it. Just go to studies. So if you right click, go to studies, edit studies, and then you can add in this volume profile right here. So it basically shows you where the volume's been stacked up. These yellow lines here represent the standard 70. I put it at 68, so it's basically one standard dev of volume. So here right now on the hourly chart for GameStop, so we've been consolidating yesterday after hours, right? So we touched that 200, kind of pulled back down to this 125 area, down 117, and then here pre-market this morning really been sitting around 140, 150 right here, and we're uptrending right now off this 9 EMA on the hourly chart. But so if we look back here in this area, and then looking by volume too, right? So above 168 into the 170s into the 200, there's barely any volume there, right? We got a little volume peaking here up in the 225 area, and then that corresponds to the chart, right? So there's not a lot of candles in this 200 to 175 range, right? So on the 26th of January when it spiked up after hours, there's not a lot of volume here. So we just poked it here on that Thursday, and then we fell through that area again after hours here. So there's not a lot of volume between really 225 down to 175. So if we get an upward push this morning or today above 175, we could run quickly up to 225. And then the squeeze could be on. So you'll notice here like this volume for GameStop is pretty conducive to a higher move if this area of support here holds in the morning. But AMC, you'll see, has a lot of volume above it, right? So a lot of volume for AMC, especially concentrated around $14, but 12 to 14 still has quite a bit. And if you look at the chart, right, so the volume sat in that area for basically 1, 2, 3 days, right? This whole Friday consolidated right in that zone. So there's a lot of volume in that area, which means it's going to be harder for an upward move. You're going to need more volume to break through it. And if you follow TrendSpider on Twitter, they also have a platform. I signed up for a free trial basically because I didn't know at the time that Thinkorswim had this, because this is one thing TrendSpider looks at a lot is volume profiles. You could check out their stuff. They have blog posts on it and how they use it if that's something you're interested in. But so AMC, you can see right now we're kind of sitting in that low pocket of volume zone right between 10 and 12 bucks. So we'll see if we can get the volume necessary this morning to send this thing higher. And right, basically consolidating right at that 38.2 fib, which is the move. So from 213 low to 25.8 high. So we'll see if we can break through that $11 area, which we basically pinged off of yesterday after hours. And then next, let's go to Koss. Koss has been probably the biggest mover this morning, percent-wise, just on the hourly. I probably should have gotten another 5 minutes on those, but you'll see too, does have some volume here up in this $40 area. So tried to touch it this morning. Got up to 39.45. But above, pretty thin on volume, right? So this did have a insane move from $2 to 174 pre-market, and basically a week and a half. So there's not going to be a lot of volume up here, especially as a move is pre-market. So this was a long-term fib drawn out. Actually, it's not. No, I just did not mark the pre-market high. I marked the regular hours high for the move here. So you can see yesterday, let's go down to 5 minutes so you can see it. And the volume profile changes too for the minute, excuse me, how many periods back it goes. But you see consolidated around this 23 area yesterday. And then first thing in the morning started holding it, got the spike around 3 a.m. and then set the high right at 4 a.m., which you'll see a lot of the stocks did this morning. So right at about 4 a.m. when people have access to pre-market, it looks like they started taking profits. So the diamond hands haven't been holding, but if you can get in and out, why would you make the money? So we'll go to Blackberry. It's another Wall Street Bets play. So we'll go back out to the daily. You can see it. So the volume pulls back even farther. We'll go back to the hourly now just to get there. So you can see for Blackberry, there's a lot of volume above its current price. So to get through this $12.50 to $14 range is going to require a lot of volume. Big move today. It's going to move in sympathy to the others, but hopefully the volume pours into it. As you can see, the volume from this 2-week period, it's way higher than it's currently been. All right, so the had that little spike yesterday of 18 million, but back here, we're doing 72 million an hour. So it's going to need a big spike on volume today to get a big move. Bed Bath Beyond, which is probably wasn't a huge Reddit play compared to the others, but it did make a sizable move during the same time. Somewhat similar, so sitting right around that 50 fib level. Let's see if we can break through it here in the next little bit. You see right here where we just crossed it, 28.67. A little less volume on the way up to 30, and then we do have some consolidation, right? Basically from these 2 days, and a little consolidation here on that Monday as well in the low 30s. See if we can get a move up there as well. And then Express is moving as well. If you're looking at that, Express and Nokia, so lower price. We're down here, $4 range, kind of sold off pretty hard this morning. Let's just go look at the 5-minute chart on it. Right, so on 5-minute wise, right, we got a lot of volume right here between 3.4, 3.2. So basically poke 3.4, bottom of the ATR, got a volume shelf below, right, since it higher. Also RSI is low, 31, so that could have been a play for people to look at, if I was looking at that at the time. But there's just so many options right now. Probably would be wise to focus on just a few names, but we'll just look at them all for the sake of the video. And then Nokia, which was a big play as well. Portnoy was in it, but just crushed on the chart. A lot of volume above. We're in the 4s right now, so we'll see if we can get up to this 5. But once we get through 5, there's really nothing standing in its way to make a big move higher. Oh man, that's a bad zoom. All right, so we're in the low 4.3, 4.2s right now. So kind of a low pocket of volume until we get to 4.5. So we might get a run up there, get some resistance, maybe bounce around a little bit before it can move higher. And then just look at the 5-minute real quick for you. All right, so we're up here, just a low volume for right now in pre-market, not getting a ton of action. I think all the focus is going to be on Gamestop and AMC, but we'll see what happens there. And then let's go look at just Bitcoin as it's moving higher right now. So this is hourly chart. So yesterday we're down in here in the 46, 48, couldn't break through this 51 level. Held the 48 in the move after hours yesterday in the evening. Set up, and then we're taking off right now. Pinged up all the way up to 52K, pulled back. So now we got this area of consolidation from the 17th, 18th, 19th, and this 52, 51 range. Let's see if we can get some volume to push through that. See if Bitcoin can move higher on these exuberant times in the market with the involved volatility. So we'll go back here and then just look at our crypto plays as they look like they're kind of coiling up higher this morning. Oops. All right, so very similar chart on just about all of them. So we'll, in the pre-market at least yesterday, they kind of had some deviations in charts. EBON had a run in the morning but sold off real hard, while the others kind of, SOS just downtrend. Canaan, Riot, very similar chart. But you see here we're picking up in the morning, so 18 to 20, already a $2 range on Canaan. SOS, 7.2 up to almost 8.2, so a dollar move there, 13% move. EBON, Ebang a little slower, 7.4 to 8. Riot, 51.5 up to 55. So these things could be on watch, moving as well to look to go higher. They should be all on SSR though. Maybe I think EBON was maybe the one that's not. Just from yesterday, just check the daily chart real quick. Yeah, so EBON ended up being green, so it could be off SSR, but the others are probably on. So that could be a good sign that this will move higher as other stocks start squeezing. So that's all I got for this pre-market video. Hopefully Thursday goes well. They don't cut off trading today like they did last time, and see these stocks run into the end of the month as options expire. As always, if you got anything, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you, and we'll see you in the next one.